The man in the tailored navy suit froze mid-reach for organic kale, his expression shifting from polite confusion to something harder to name as the 18-month-old girl in the shopping cart pointed directly at him and shrieked with pure joy. "Da-da!" Emma Torres felt her face ignite. "Lily, no. He's not." She grabbed her daughter's pointing hand gently, lowering it. "I'm so sorry." But the man was already turning, and Emma's mortification doubled. He was absurdly handsome, dark hair silvering at the temples, strong jaw, eyes the color of expensive whiskey, mid-30s. The kind of person who belonged in Whole Foods organic section, not staring at a broke 26-year-old in a faded NYU sweatshirt. "Dada!" Lily lunged forward, arms outstretched, her little face crumpling when Emma held her back. "Dada up." "I'm really sorry," Emma repeated, voice tight. "She doesn't. We don't." She just started saying that word, and now every man is apparently her father. 14 hours earlier, Emma had worked a double shift at Morningside Diner, her feet screaming in discount sneakers, her lower back a knot of fire. 6 a.m. to midnight, $37 in tips, and Mrs. Chun next door charging $40 to watch Lily overnight. Net loss, $3. She'd picked up her daughter at 12:30 a.m., Lily's sleepy weight against her shoulder the only thing that felt real anymore. The walk home through October cold. The fourth-floor walk-up. The apartment that cost $1,850 monthly. A studio she partitioned with a curtain to give Lily something like a bedroom. Emma made $2,100 monthly between the diner and her weekend cashier shifts at Target. Childcare cost $800. Rent, $1,850. She did the math in the dark every night, trying to find numbers that added differently. They didn't. She dropped out of NYU's journalism program when she got pregnant. 1 semester shy of graduating, no degree, no father in the picture. Just her and Lily and the endless arithmetic of survival. This morning, she'd woken to her daughter's delighted babbling. "Dada! Dada!" Lily pointed at the ceiling, at the window, at Emma herself, testing out her new favorite word with the enthusiasm toddlers brought to everything. "No daddy, baby. Just mama." Emma had said it gently, the familiar ache spreading through her chest. Lily deserved a father. Deserved someone besides an exhausted mother who fed her store-brand cereal and couldn't afford the developmental playgroups other kids attended. Now, 12 hours later, here they were. Grocery shopping at 8 p.m. because it was the only time Emma had between shifts, and her daughter was calling a stranger dada with heartbreaking conviction. The man in the navy suit hadn't moved. He studied Lily with an intensity that made Emma uncomfortable. "How old?" he asked. 18 months. "Look, well just..." Emma started to push her cart away. "Wait." He stepped closer, and Emma noticed details. The platinum watch, the Italian leather shoes, the subtle scent of expensive cologne. "What's her name?" "Lily." "Sir, I really need to. I'm Marcus." He wasn't looking at Emma. His eyes stayed on Lily, who was watching him with wide-eyed fascination, her tiny hand reaching out again. Marcus Hartwell. The name landed like a stone. Emma knew that name. Everyone in New York knew that name. Hartwell Industries, tech sector, real estate development, venture capital. Billionaire. The kind of person featured in Forbes, not standing in Whole Foods at 8 p.m. talking to broke single mothers. "Oh," Emma managed. "I'm sorry, Mr. Hartwell. We'll let you shop. She has my daughter's eyes." His voice went quiet, strange. "Exactly my daughter's eyes." Emma's stomach dropped. "I don't understand." Marcus finally looked at her, and the expression on his face was raw, brown with gold flecks around the pupil. "Rare. My daughter Sophia had eyes like that." He paused. "She died 2 years ago. She was 3. The grocery store sounds, beeping scanners, shuffling feet, music, receded. Emma stood frozen, her embarrassment transforming into something else. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "Dada," Lily said again, but softer now, like she sensed the change in atmosphere. She leaned toward Marcus with her arms out, not demanding, just offering. Marcus looked at Emma. "May I?" Every instinct screamed no. He was a stranger, a billionaire, someone from a different universe entirely. But something in his face, the naked grief, the careful hope, made Emma nod. Marcus lifted Lily from the cart with surprising gentleness. The toddler settled against his shoulder like she belonged there, her small hand patting his cheek. "Dada." she said contentedly. "Hi, sweetheart," Marcus murmured, and Emma watched this powerful man close his eyes, breathing in her daughter's baby shampoo scent, looking like someone who'd been drowning and finally found air. Emma's throat closed. She understood suddenly what she was witnessing: a father's grief meeting a fatherless child's instinct. Two empty spaces finding temporary shape in each other. "Mr. Hartwell, Marcus." He opened his eyes, and they were wet. "I know this is strange. I know you don't know me. But could we have coffee? Tomorrow maybe? Just talk." Emma should have said no. Should have taken her daughter and left, protecting them both from complications they couldn't afford. Instead, she heard herself say, "Okay." The coffee shop was neutral ground. A Starbucks near Columbia where Emma felt less out of place than she would have in whatever upscale establishment Marcus probably frequented. She arrived 15 minutes early with Lily, ordering black coffee and a packet of crackers for her daughter with the $3 she'd allocated for this meeting. Marcus appeared at exactly 10 a.m., trading his business suit for dark jeans and a gray sweater that probably still cost more than Emma's monthly food budget. He bought a coffee and, without asking, a breakfast sandwich that he placed in front of Emma. "I noticed you didn't order food," he said simply. Emma's pride flared. "I'm not hungry." "Then save it for later." He sat across from her, his eyes finding Lily immediately. The toddler was in her stroller, contentedly destroying crackers. "Hi, Lily." "Dada." She grinned, crumbs everywhere. "She's determined," Marcus said softly. "She's wrong." Emma's voice came out sharper than intended. "I'm sorry, Mr. Hartwell, Marcus, but I don't want her confused. You're not her father. You can't be her father." "I know." He wrapped his hands around his coffee cup. "But I'd like to tell you about Sophia, if that's okay." Emma nodded, unable to deny him this. "My daughter was born premature," Marcus began. 28 weeks. Her mother, my ex-wife, she left when Sophia was 6 months old. Couldn't handle the medical complications, the uncertainty. So it was just us. Me and this tiny fighter who spent her first 3 months in NICU. His voice steadied with effort. "She had those eyes from the beginning. The nurses said they'd never seen that exact shade. Brown but with gold, like someone had scattered flecks of sun through them." Lily babbled, and Marcus smiled reflexively before continuing. "Sophia made it through everything. The breathing problems, the surgeries, all of it. She was thriving, brilliant and funny, and so full of life. Then she got sick. Just a fever, I thought. By the time we got to the hospital, it was meningitis. She died within 18 hours. He stopped, jaw tight. That was 2 years ago, November 4th. Emma reached across the table, covering his hand briefly. "I'm so sorry. I haven't been able to look at children her age since," Marcus said. "It's too painful. I see parents with toddlers and I have to look away. But yesterday, when Lily called me Dada, something broke open. Or maybe it finally broke through." He met Emma's eyes. "I haven't felt anything but grief in 2 years. Then your daughter reached for me, and I felt, I don't know, present, real. Like maybe I could still be someone's father, even just for a moment." Emma's throat ached. "Marcus, I understand what you lost. I can't imagine that pain. But Lily, she's not a replacement for your daughter. She can't fix your grief. I know that." He leaned forward. "I'm not asking her to fix anything. I'm asking if maybe we could help each other." "What do you mean?" "I saw how you pay for coffee," Marcus said gently. "Counted exact change. The way you only ordered crackers for Lily. Your coat has a broken zipper you've pinned closed. You're working yourself to exhaustion." Shame flooded hot through Emma's chest. "My finances aren't. I'm not judging. I'm offering." He pulled a business card from his wallet, writing on the back. "This is my personal number. I'd like to help you, Emma. Childcare costs, rent, whatever you need. And in exchange, I'd like to spend time with Lily. Take her to the park, read her stories. Just be around her. Remember what it felt like to be a father." Emma stared at him. "You want to pay me to let you spend time with my daughter?" "I want to support a struggling single mother while being allowed to heal in the presence of a child who reminds me why life matters." His eyes were steady. "You need financial help. I need emotional help. It's not charity, it's exchange." "That's insane." "Maybe." Marcus didn't flinch. "But is it more insane than working yourself to collapse? Than worrying every month how you'll make rent? Then, watching Lily grow up with a mother too exhausted to enjoy her?" The words hit too close. Emma looked at her daughter, happy, healthy, oblivious to how precarious their situation was. What exactly are you proposing? She asked carefully. I pay for your living expenses, rent, childcare, groceries. You finish your degree at NYU since you were so close to graduating. In exchange, I spend time with Lily. Supervised at first, if that makes you comfortable. A few hours a week. He paused. And if this sounds completely inappropriate and you want to walk away, I'll understand. I'll never contact you again. Emma's mind raced. This was crazy. Accepting money from a billionaire stranger. Letting him into their lives because her daughter happened to have the same eyes as his dead child. But she was so tired. So desperately tired. I need to think about it, she whispered. Of course. Marcus stood, leaving his card on the table. Take all the time you need. I'll wait. He walked out, and Emma sat holding his card, feeling like she'd stumbled into a story that couldn't possibly be real. 3 days later, Emma's landlord informed her he was raising rent to $2,100. She'd have 30 days to pay the increase or vacate. Emma did the math in her head. Impossible. Completely impossible. She pulled out Marcus Hartwell's card and called. He answered on the first ring. Emma? Yes. I want to talk about your offer. They met again the next day, at a law office where Marcus had drawn up a formal agreement. Emma read it carefully. He would pay her living expenses up to $4,000 monthly for 1 year and cover her tuition to finish her degree. She would allow him supervised visits with Lily twice weekly, with her present, in public spaces initially. Either party could terminate at any time. This is legally binding, the lawyer explained. You're not obligated to anything beyond those visits. And Mr. Hartwell has no legal claim to your daughter. Emma sighed, hands shaking. The first month was strange beyond measure. Marcus would text Emma on Tuesday and Saturday mornings. Park at 10? They'd meet at Central Park, and Emma would watch this billionaire sit on a blanket with her daughter, helping her collect leaves, reading bored books in a gentle voice, pushing her on swings. Lily adored him. Marcus, she'd squeal when she saw him, her pronunciation improving weekly. Emma waited for the catch. For demands, or inappropriate boundaries, or some reveal that Marcus wasn't what he seemed. Instead, he was simply kind, patient, present. You're good with her, Emma said one afternoon, watching Marcus show Lily how to feed ducks. I remembered how. His smile was sad but genuine. I thought I'd forgotten everything. That grief had erased the good parts. But it's still there. Tell me about Sophia, Emma asked. What was she like? So Marcus told her. About his daughter's laugh, her obsession with elephants, the way she'd narrate everything she did in third person. Emma listened and watched this man reconstruct himself memory by memory. By the second month, Emma was back at NYU, finishing her journalism degree. The relief of full-time childcare, enough money for groceries, the luxury of studying without panic. It felt like learning to breathe again. By the third month, Marcus was picking Lily up from daycare once a week, bringing her to Emma's apartment where they'd all have dinner together. He never presumed, never pushed for more than Emma offered, but his presence became familiar, comfortable. Emma caught herself looking forward to Tuesdays and Saturdays. By the fourth month, Lily started calling him Marcus Dada, a hybrid that made them both laugh and hurt simultaneously. I should correct her, Emma said. Why? Marcus was on the floor, building block towers for Lily to destroy. She's not confused about who you are. She knows her mama. But maybe I can be something too. Not her biological father, but someone who loves her. Emma's heart twisted. Do you? Love her? Marcus looked at her daughter, then at Emma. Yes, I do. I love how she signs more at snack time. How she brings me books to read. How she falls asleep on my shoulder in the park. I love her because she's wonderful. And because you're raising her to be wonderful. Marcus, I love you too, Emma. The words were quiet, but sure. I think I've been falling for you since that first coffee. Watching you fight to give Lily everything on nothing. Seeing you advocate for yourself at school, hold boundaries with me, grow into the life you deserve. He stood, moving closer. I know this started as a transaction. Grief and desperation making strange bargains. But it's become real. You're real. And I want this to be real, not an arrangement, but a family. If you want that too. Emma's eyes filled. I don't want to be your second chance because you lost Sophia. You're not. Marcus cupped her face gently. Sophia will always be my daughter. I'll always grieve her. But you and Lily, you're not replacements. Your new love, different love, the future instead of the past. I'm terrified, Emma whispered. Me too. He kissed her forehead softly. But maybe we can be terrified together. Emma let herself fold into him, feeling his arms close around her. Solid, safe, real. 3 months later, Emma graduated from NYU with her journalism degree. Marcus and Lily were front row, Lily holding a sign that said, "Mama did it," in Marcus's careful handwriting. 6 months after that, Emma started working as a staff writer for a digital news outlet, a position Marcus hadn't arranged, that she'd earned entirely on her own merit. 8 months after that, Marcus asked Emma to marry him in Central Park on the bench where he'd first pushed Lily on the swings. Lily, now 2.5, was the ring bearer, taking her job extremely seriously. They married in a small ceremony that December. Emma wore ivory, Lily wore white lace, and Marcus cried when they both walked down the aisle toward him, his unexpected family, his reason to believe in life. Again, at the reception, Lily climbed into Marcus's lap and patted his face. "Marcus dada," she said contentedly. "That's right, sweetheart." Marcus kissed her forehead. "You're Marcus dada." Emma watched them, thinking about chance encounters in grocery stores, about children who saw what adults missed, about grief and need finding each other in produce aisles and becoming something neither person expected, wholeness. A year later, they welcomed twin boys, Thomas and Sophia, named for Marcus's late daughter with Emma's blessing. Lily became the proudest big sister in New York, informing everyone that her Marcus dada had given her brothers. On the twins' first birthday, Marcus pulled Emma close as they watched Lily help the babies smash cake. "Thank you," he whispered. "For what?" "For letting a broken stranger into your life. For trusting that grief and hope could coexist. For teaching me that love doesn't replace, it expands." He kissed her temple. "For being brave enough to say yes in a Starbucks when every instinct probably said run." Emma smiled, leaning into him. "For the record, I almost did run." "I know. I'm glad you stayed." Outside, the December snow fell soft and clean. Inside, their family celebrated. Imperfect, unexpected, and absolutely real. Built from a toddler's instinct, a father's grief, and two people brave enough to believe that sometimes the strangest beginnings lead to the most beautiful endings.